I was walking down the street, feeling kind of neat, when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes, as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see that car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whooping ain't over. Heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know, I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. No, I ain't playing, I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass, it's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if the bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex-ray vision. Sweep a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, his pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, his pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap, slap. Come get your face clapped.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
Man, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another one, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. Another episode. Let's talk gibberish, Jordan. But hold up, let me get my music right. We actually going creme, man. I ain't got a little caught up on that creme brulee. Yeah, that's my shit. Hold up, I gotta change out my glasses, man. Uh, these ain't it. I got a box, y'all. Don't knock me. I got a box. Yeah. Now, these bitches red. I know y'all can't see them, but I know they red, so they ain't gonna work for me. Let's see. Let me get these out the packet real quick. Like, y'all, hey, look, as usual, man. Y'all know what y'all need to do for your boy, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share the video, turn the notice on, all that in the bag of chips, man. Look, I can't miss out on that. Yeah, these all black. Yeah, these all black. Yeah, we switching out, y'all. Look, y'all can't tell they red on the inside, bro. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. I ain't repping Alabama right now. I ain't repping Alabama right now. I'm repping, not having all this red shit on my fucking face. I'm repping for. But yeah, like, subscribe, share, turn notice on, all that in the bag of chips. And let me turn it down, so man. Look down. That shit loud in the motherfucker, man. Yeah. Like, subscribe, share, turn notice on, man. It's cop night, y'all. It's cop night. So we gonna talk about cops, obviously. Yeah. We're gonna talk about the cops. So I hope all of y'all ready, man. I ran across this video, man. And a lot of people claim that, or mainly for the people that actually say that they're First Amendment, constitutional, all these advocates and shit. I saw a lot of people that actually didn't have an issue with what I'm gonna show y'all tonight, and I don't understand how they didn't, but they did. And we're gonna discuss something because I want people to honestly understand. And honestly, I really want y'all to look at y'all constitutional rights, man. Like y'all need to read up. I ain't wearing this shit. I ain't wearing this hat tonight, man. Fucking wearing that hat, man. I'm wearing this one, man. Keep clean. But y'all need to read up on y'all constitutional rights. A lot of Americans do not know what their constitutional rights are. They don't know. It's like somebody can. A lot of people think that the cops can arrest you for cursing in public. I need to say it like that: cursing in public. A lot of people think that's a legit arrestable offense. It's not. It's not. And we have so many judges in America that go along with the bullshit and be like, yep, just go ahead and just run through the system, man. Run through the system. Yep. They cursing in public, disturbing the peace. That's not an arrestable offense. You have the freedom of speech. Yeah, we going white night, man. I think I might go. I'm gonna just call this Assassin's Creed night. For y'all that know, y'all know. For y'all that know, y'all know. For the rest of y'all, I don't know what to tell you. I don't like my shit. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it locked. Fire. But yeah, for y'all that know, y'all know. For the rest of y'all, I can't tell you nothing about nothing. But a lot of people don't understand that they cannot police your speech unless you're inciting violence, unless you're making threats to a certain extent when it comes to like cops, like fighting words and things of that sort. They can't tell you what to say. You can't be arrested for saying this is some bullshit. You can't be. And a lot of Americans need to understand this. A lot of Americans need to learn this. We need to learn our like for real. I say it all the time. Your rights are like muscles. And I'm gonna have to keep saying it because we got a lot of people out here that don't know, and there's some people that just don't even give a fuck. But your rights are like muscles, y'all. If you don't use these muscles, you're gonna lose them. That's what your rights are like. If you don't use them, you're gonna lose them. And you need to learn how to use your rights, man.
we've gotten to the point that we are in America. I know we've made a lot of progress, but a lot of people don't understand that a lot of the effed up things that go on in our society, they're occurring because we have so many people that turn a blind eye to things. And the only way you're going to get anything changed in any society is where the majority is around something. That's how y'all get y'all president elected, but then magically think that majorities don't mean nothing when it comes to any other issues. No, you need a majority. And I want majority of Americans to understand what their constitutional rights are. But look, I ran across a video where a young man said a curse word. He said a curse word and it bothered the police officer. And I want y'all to see the result of it. And I want y'all to see the consequences, because this is actually a video where the cop got a consequence. He got a consequence. But the question that I'm going to ask you ahead of time is, do you think it was warranted? And do you think it was adequate? Remember that. Warranted and adequate. But shout out to the civil rights lawyer. We're covering one of his videos tonight, and we're gonna get into it. So if y'all ready, as usual, get your popcorn, get your cigarettes, get your weed, get your beer, whatever you need, because we about to get it popping. And I'm on my Assassin's Creed shit. Matter of fact, let me pull this all the way. Yeah, I'm on my Assassin's Creed shit, man. Let's get it popping. Y'all ready? I'm ready, man. Let's go ahead and jump into this, man. Civil rights, take it away. Take it away.
Pissed. Boom.
My name is Magnifico. My badge number is 5815. Don't touch me. Get the me again. Bro, where your butt?
There's a police officer in Elwood City, Pennsylvania named Rob Magnifico who just got suspended for 10 days because he violently pushed down this kid in a Sheetz gas station.
Well, understand this, son. I'm not going to put up with this. Understand who you're talking to.
It was caught on video by his friends. It went viral. People saw it. They got pissed. Boom, he gets suspended.
You are hereby suspended without pay for a period of 10 days, effective immediately.
And this is not his first time. Here he is arresting and tasing a guy for swearing at him in public while complaining about a parking ticket.
You can't cuss and swear in public. It's against the law. You think you're such a tough guy? Why don't you just say it to my face, huh? Why don't you make a move? Because you can't. Because you get your ass kicked. That's why.
And here he is admitting on video that he takes his sweet time on getting to domestic violence calls because he wants the victim to get beaten first so he can arrest both of them.
Because I want them to beat the shit out of each other and tire each other out. I said that way when I get there, all I gotta do is say, you're under arrest, you're under arrest. I don't know.
I looked into this guy, put it all together so you can see for yourself and form your own conclusion about whether this guy should be on the street with a badge and a gun in the first place.
Diggity dog. Y'all, we about to get into it, y'all. Hot diggity dog. Y'all seen the very first part of this, so I'm just I don't even know what the fuck to say. Like, I'm being honest with you, man. For all the people that defend cops, no matter what, man, I'm ready to see what y'all got to say, man. I'm ready to see what y'all got to say, because this dude seemed like a bully with a badge. That's what it sounded like to me. And honestly, mentally unstable too. But either way, though, let's go.
As both a content creator and a lawyer, I can assure you that your private data is being collected on any website information off the market. He and his friends, some more minded, I'll call this is 60% off to get your personal information off the market. Now let's get back to the video. As I understand it, this is what happened. This 20-year-old kid, I'll call him a kid, Devin Hartman, he and his friends, some of whom were minors, went to this Sheetz gas station and they were getting some food. As they're getting food, they're recording themselves. They claim they were vlogging. Apparently, somebody at Sheetz asked them to leave, and then they did leave. But Devin forgot his phone at Sheetz. He had to go back for it. And when he got back, I guess Sheetz would not give him his phone back. The police get called. Elwood City Police Department Officer Rob Magnifico arrives. A confrontation ensues.
That is a very interesting name, man. His last name is Magnifico.
Jesus Christ.
Magnifico. Hold on, let me say that one more time, because I hope I heard that right. His last name is Magnifico?
Not give him his phone back. The police get called. Elwood City Police Department officer Rob Magnifico arrives.
He really said Magnifico. He really said Magnifico. His last name is Magnifico. Bernie? I need Bernie. Bernie.
That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
Nothing about this man right here looks like Magnifico. I'm just gonna say that. Let's keep going, man.
A confrontation ensues wherein the phone is not being given back to Devin. Devin is not happy about that. Officer Magnifico is clearly an aggressive, angry person.
Magnifico.
Devin's 16-year-old friend is concerned. He begins to record what's happening.
It's a public place. You're not.
Who's here?
Okay?
Please tell me who's here.
I'm here.
And just after he presses the record button, Magnifico walks around the corner and violently shoves Devin to the ground.
I don't give a fuck. Bro, I want my phone.
Bro, understand this, son. I'm not gonna put up with your shit. Understand who you're talking to.
What the fuck?
Sort of leaving Devin in shock about what had just transpired. Magnifico then goes on a tirade yelling at these kids, but ultimately telling him to leave.
Not gonna put up with your crap. I told you to quit yelling and screaming. You're not allowed here. Leave.
Which they did. As they were leaving, Devin calmly asked the officer his name and badge number. Officer Magnifico once again displayed his anger, his aggressiveness, and after he identifies himself, he actually smacks the phone out of the 16-year-old kid's hand who is filming this interaction.
My name is Magnifico. My badge number is 5815. Don't touch me. Touch me again.
Bro, where your butt?
Afterwards, that kid's mother posted this video on.
We're gonna pause real quick, like, y'all. We're gonna pause real quick, like, because we're gonna go back. All right. So this officer has already clearly shoved this young man to the ground because he didn't like the words that came out of his mouth. Now, if me or you got into a fight, just picture this, got into a fight because somebody else said something to us that we didn't like, the cops will show up and take our ass to jail. You just can't hit people because they say things. That's what they would tell us. But then the cops show up and they don't like the way this young man is talking, push him to the ground, shove him, push him so hard that he ends up in the corner of right in front of a register. How many of y'all are okay with that? Like, cause I know there's gonna be some that are okay with that. That young man shouldn't have been saying what he said and stuff. You need to respect the police. And how many of y'all gonna make excuses? Because I know there are a lot of y'all out there in America. That's why Donald Trump's sitting in the White House right now. Because we got a lot of people that make excuses for bullshit that they wouldn't make for other folks. How many of y'all gonna make excuses for this young man getting shoved to the ground and pushed all the way into a corner because he said a word that a cop didn't like? Matter of fact, I need Bernie again. Where Bernie
That
at?
ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
Y'all know when I cover cop night, I ain't really on that type of time, bro. Cause I ain't finna mince my words for them. They trying to get all these folks right now that's trying to come to the country. They trying to run through their social media. I'm glad I'm not an immigrant, because if you ran through my social media, they'll see a whole lot of people they'll see a whole lot of me trying to hold somebody accountable for their bullshit. This ain't no do as I say, not as I do type situation. And we need to get out of that in America. It ain't no people at the top, the people that have the power, tell everybody else how they should operate in America, but then they operate completely fucking different. We're not living in that society, and I'm not gonna stand for that. Now, if other people want to, bow down and suck somebody else's dick off, just want to top them off and shit, if that's what y'all want to do, fine. I'm not standing with it. And I'm asking for a bunch of people to come around and stand against that. If you hold me to a standard, bitch, you gonna be held to it too. But right now, we have an officer that does not care about that. He feels like he can assault somebody a child at best, well, at worst, because he didn't like the words that the child said to him. People need to really take a step back and think about that. But let's keep going because we're going to talk about the repercussions. And he wasn't done.
And after he identifies himself, he actually smacks the phone out of the 16-year-old kid's hand who is filming this interaction.
My name is Magnifico. My badge number is 5815. Don't touch me. Touch me again.
Bro, where your butt?
Afterwards, that kid
ran up on the kid and told the kid don't touch him. He put his body on the kid and told the kid don't touch him. Trying to incite violence. But we ain't got no issue with that. Remember, all these things are happening. Let's see what the repercussions were, if there even were any repercussions.
Kid's mother posted this video on Facebook, and here is a screenshot of her post. And that is the only thing that led to some measure of accountability for what happened here. She said, "This is Elwood City's finest assaulting a kid for wanting his phone that he gave multiple details, including his PIN to prove ownership. And when he was asked about his name and badge number, tried implying that the kid touched him. But what you don't quite get to hear is him asking where his body cam is, which makes him quickly realize that my minor son is recording as he smacked his phone to the ground. Oh yeah, this guy has been there like 20 years and they have not had body cams. So he's not used to being recorded." As you'll see, that post goes fairly viral, gets a couple of 100,000 views through being shared on Facebook, and that actually quickly got results. Just like yesterday, leading to the city council suspending him for 10 days and ordering Officer Magnifico to go to anger management counseling.
Police personnel.
A motion would be in order to approve rendering the discipline of Sergeant Robert V. Magnifico as follows. You are hereby demoted from the rank of sergeant to the rank of patrolman effective immediately. You are hereby suspended without pay for a period of 10 days effective immediately. You are hereby directed to complete a course on anger management and de-escalation approved by the mayor. The course must be completed within 6 months of the date of this notice.
Roll call, please.
Y'all heard that? So we're going to say that you don't got to go to work for 10 days, which we're not going to pay you. But then you have to complete these courses, which we are going to pay you for. And then at the max, the most extreme is we're demoting you for shoving a child, assaulting a kid. I ain't even gonna say shoving. You assaulted that kid. You put your assault is pretty much unwanted touching to anybody that you don't want. And somebody can Google up the definition of what assault is, the definition for it, because that'll help me out better. But you put your hands on the kid and shove them into a goddamn fucking corner of a goddamn gas station or service station or whatever you want to call it. You're not getting arrested. You're not getting charged with assault. You're not having to get a lawyer. You're not having to fight a case. No, we're just going to demote you one rank. We're going to send you to anger management class. Rules for thee, not for me. Because I promise you, if you did that shit, your ass is going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. we got Jenny in it. I hope I said that right. Said Janine. It's probably Janine. It's probably Janine. But I probably fucked that up. She said Trump. Hey, look. It Trump's America now, boy. It Trump's America now, boy. But the sad part, this shit been going on for the longest. Trump ain't the reason that a lot of this shit is going on. They've been doing this for the longest. And Trump does play a big part in it, though. He plays his part. Everybody has a role to play. And he's on the side of in my opinion, of wrong when it comes to these issues. But this cop assaulted a kid, and all he got was demoted. No, like I don't care about the demotion. He should have been fired right off bat, but he should be charged. If I put my hands on somebody the way he put his hands on him, I would be going to jail. So guess what? Run the process. Run it. It should not be rules for thee and not for me. Run that shit. Run it. Run it. Run it. He need to go to jail. I don't care about no 10-day suspension. He need to be in jail for 10 days. How about that? Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. That's what should have happened. But let's keep going.
Mr. Berry?
Yes.
Mr. Selly?
Yes.
Mr. Craigle?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Lamenta?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Ovio?
Yes. Motion carries.
They say y'all voted
So
on it.
why the suspension for only 10 days? Well, this is what led up to that. The TV news, based out of Pittsburgh, interviewed the mayor after that video initially went viral. And the mayor sort of expressed that he did not like what he saw in the video, but he described Magnifico's actions as actions unbecoming of a police officer, rather than as I would describe them.
We don't condone behavior unbecoming of a police officer. I'm not saying that's what transpired, but it's an ongoing investigation.
Oh, no, hey, I gotta stop this too before I drop. I'm gonna drop the link right now because I want to get y'all opinion on this shit. But I want y'all to hear what comes out of this piece of shit ass mouth. This is a shitty ass mayor, and this is why I have a problem with people that are in that system. Because if I was in it, I'm trying to tell y'all, if I ever decided to run for public office, I don't give a fuck about people trying to say you got a target on your back because you call out bullshit. Fucking, I'm gonna call you out every goddamn day. I'm gonna call you out every day. But listen to what this mayor just said. We watched the video. He admitted that he saw the video. Listen to what comes out of his mouth.
Magnifico's actions as actions unbecoming of a police officer, rather than as I would describe them.
We don't condone behavior unbecoming of a police officer. I'm not saying that's what transpired, but it's an ongoing investigation.
What did you think when you saw the video, Mayor?
I like to believe too, we like to de-escalate problems.
Do you feel your officer was doing that in that moment?
In the beginning, yes. But as things transpired, things a little bit escalated, and we don't condone that behavior.
I don't feel it's necessary to waste a whole lot of time on.
That's what, this is what I'm gonna say right here.
You need to leave. That is disgusting.
You should not hold any public office. You should not be a public official if you can't call balls and strikes. If you can't say something's wrong when something's wrong, and you can't say something's right when something's right. There should be no hesitation in his voice about a grown-ass man shoving a child. Because that's what they always want to say when it's somebody under 18 and they look like them. You shoved a young man to the ground because one of your officers got irritated. Because that's all it was. He got irritated. He didn't like the word that came out of that young man's mouth. He shoved him to the ground. Pushed him all the way into the corner. Put his hands on somebody that didn't put their hands on him. He assaulted him. But we want to mince our words. It's amazing that people in America don't catch on to the whole scheme of, we pay these motherfuckers. You know that, right? You know they take your money without your consent to pay them. And they don't even respect you. How does that work? If you had a family member or somebody you worked with that treated you like shit every day and disrespected you every time you saw them, would you be around them? Would you still work at that job? Most people would say no. But we will constantly sit here and allow these fuckers to do shit. Look, I'm just gonna call it out, man. A lot of people in America don't have no problem with cops fucking people up until they fuck them up. They cool with them fucking other folks up, but they ain't got a problem when they fuck them up. Let's keep going.
But this is more than just an officer being unprofessional or using profanity when he shouldn't, or escalating a situation. This is a police officer breaking the law, really the highest law of the land, the Constitution. He's right there on video violating the Fourth Amendment of the Bill of Rights. That's pretty serious, in my opinion. Pennsylvania is in the 3rd Federal Circuit, so we looked there first to excessive force case law. There was an opinion in 2017, Anthony versus Seltzer, that is pretty much dispositive here. Under long-established Fourth Amendment law, force may not legitimately be used against an individual who is compliant and poses no ongoing threat to himself or others, or who is not resisting arrest, even if he was initially non-compliant. So here, the kid was not under arrest. The police officer was just butthurt over something the kid said.
I don't give a fuck. Bro, I want my phone.
And he lashed out in retaliation with this just gratuitous violence.
Understand this, son. Yo. I'm not gonna put up with this shit. Yo. Understand who you're talking to.
What the fuck?
Because he could. Because he knew he didn't have a body cam on. And he didn't realize at that time yet that he was being recorded. And that is what police officers are not allowed to do. Under many different circumstances, they can use violence to do their job. But they can't use gratuitous violence where it's not necessary because there's some immediate safety threat. And that's exactly what happened here. I mean, this is a constitutional violation, unquestionably captured on video. No doubt about it. And
look, Grace, I agree with you. She said, Jay, people move more for money than morals these days. I'm not even going to say these days. I'm not even going to say these days, because I agree with the statement. I agree with the sentiment. People always, no matter what time it was. Think about it. People move for money when Jesus was walking this earth. They move for money over morals. We have evil that has been entrenched in our society from the inception. And we have a real big problem with rooting it out. But y'all that didn't see the video before, y'all just saw it right there. He shoved the shit out of that young man because that young man uttered the words of fuck. If you did that to anybody, once again, you would be going to jail. But this young man uttered those words and the cop was in his presence. So he felt like he had all the right in the world to put his hands on him and shove him into a wall. What if that kid broke his neck? Then you turn around and have the mayor of the city sitting here and he pretty much cock blocking. He over here like the Kimbe Mutombo. No. Don't come for my officer. Whoever live in that city, in that township, whatever area that is in PA, you need to get him up out of them. Because he don't have your best interest at heart. You the people that pay his salary. You the people that pay the police that be on them streets, and he'll take the side of a cop or sugarcoat what a cop did to your child. You need to get that bitch out of office. Fuck him, fuck that cop, and fuck that police department because he should be in jail. I'm gonna keep reiterating that shit, y'all. If you did that, you know where you going. You gonna have a bond. You gonna have to go in front of a magistrate. But let him do it. He gonna go home and they just gonna say, 10-day suspension. Cool. Okay.
And likely others as well, such as First Amendment retaliation. This was excessive force, a Fourth Amendment violation. There's really nothing to investigate about that. You either care about constitutional rights or you don't. And while it's commendable that this mayor, the city council did something, it's not enough. And it's not enough because they don't see this as a constitutional violation. They see this as some sort of policy violation about a police officer being unprofessional or
No. What they see it as is a PR fucking issue that they need to correct. It's just a PR issue. We're looking bad in the news. We don't give a fuck about them violating policy. Like, I fuck with the civil rights lawyer, but I think he being a little too nice. The only thing they see a problem with is that the public found out about it. That's the only problem. They don't care that he did what he did, as long as it didn't happen to none of their kids and none of their family members. The problem is that they have is the public saw it. People saw it. People saw it. That's the only issue that they had. So now that people saw it, oh, we got to do something now. Because if y'all didn't see it, we weren't going to do a goddamn thing. And you can tell just by the way that he talked. He was trying to, dude, he was trying to run cover for the cop while he was talking to the reporter. He was trying to run cover. It's like, this motherfucker don't give no fuck. That dude don't give no fuck about he don't care as long as they don't do it to his family and him, or like anybody he know that he cool with. He ain't got no problem with that shit, man. He ain't got no problem with that. He don't care about law and order. He don't. See, my girl Grace said, you said she watching while at work. She said, LOL, you know how I do. And she also said, right. They don't care, man. They don't care, man. And that's why I try to tell people, man, when people show you who the fuck they are, man, vote their ass the fuck out, man. Find some people that don't give a fuck about the money. Because first off, being an elected official, I don't care if you're just a city council person or a mayor, you living better than majority of the average. I don't care if them bitches trying to keep up with the Joneses. Fuck them. Bitch, do your job and do it right. You give a motherfucker $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, bitch, you better learn how to live off of it. You know why? Because coming from somebody that learned how to live off of 15 and less, you're fine. You're doing great. But these motherfuckers feel like they need to be up there with goddamn the Obamas or some shit, up with the Trumps and some shit, with the Clintons, with the Bushes. Nah, bitch. Do your job. All these motherfuckers taking an oath to the Constitution and violate that bitch every goddamn day. That cop would be in jail if I was a goddamn fucking mayor. He'd be in jail. He'd be in jail, and I don't give a fuck how many cops give a fuck about it. Like, you had a problem with it, you had a problem with me putting him in jail. Matter of fact, bitch, I'ma look into you. I'ma look into you and figure out what the fuck you done did. And I'ma lock your ass up too if it come down to it. We gotta stand on something, or we gonna fall for everything. Stand on something, y'all. Stand on something. Damn.
Escalating rather than de-escalating. No. This rises way beyond that. Man. You know, this has been
fuck that. Hold on, man. Bernie, where Bernie at, man? Bernie at, man. I need Bernie again, man. Fuck that shit. Where Bernie at?
That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
That motherfucker better goddamn stand for something, man. Fuck. Better stand for something. All he goddamn lay down there and fucking people around him, man. I'm tired of that shit, man. Grace said, amen. I'm tired of y'all lay down ass fucking sheep. There's three types of people in this world, and I say it all the time. There's wolves, and these are people that's preying on your ass right now. Then there are goddamn sheep. And a lot of us are sheep. Not me personally. I ain't no goddamn sheep. But I know a lot of folks that fucking be existing in the world are goddamn sheep. They just go along to get along. Then there's wolf dogs. Well, my bad, not wolf dogs. Sheep dogs. I don't know where the fuck the wolf dog came from, probably because I said wolves. Sheepdogs. They try to guard the flock. They try to guard the herd. I consider myself a sheepdog. I'm trying to tell y'all motherfuckers about some of these people out here. And y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck. Just like a lot of my Hispanic brothers and sisters out here that didn't want to fucking open their motherfucking mouth when they was coming at black folks, and now they getting their ass deported. Hey, look, man, look, I try to tell you that my enemy is your enemy, but you don't give a fuck. You thought, oh, that's just their problem. Okay, well, guess what? Eventually, it's gonna be your fucking problem too.
Problem with this police officer that this mayor and this council either knows about or should have known about already. Officer Magnifico pushed this kid in response to something the kid said. The worst part about all this is that the kid had every right to say what he had to say. The kid had every right to criticize his government. He had a constitutional right to do that. And this officer has demonstrated in the past that he does not respect that. He does not respect First Amendment rights. He spits on them. The Supreme Court held in the City of Houston versus Hill in 1987 that the freedom of individuals verbally to oppose or challenge police action without thereby risking arrest is one of the principal characteristics by which we distinguish a free nation from a police state. One of the prior issues that Officer Magnifico was involved in perfectly illustrates what the Supreme Court was warning us about all the way back in 1980.
And I want y'all to watch this shit. I want y'all to pay attention to what he's about to show y'all right now. Pay attention to what this officer did.
B7. That police officers like this Magnifico wants to have a police state. That's what he wants. And if you challenge him, if you verbally oppose him, guess what? What are you risking? You're risking arrest. That is how he is going to punish you. A guy named Perry Malcolm back in 2017 had got a parking ticket. He believed that the parking ticket was part of a quota system and that it was illegal, that he had done nothing wrong. So he shows up at the police station there in that town and he verbally opposes the ticket that he received and he asked for it to be withdrawn. And the officers at that police department, they acted very much like tyrants. They doubled down.
Just received a ticket.
And I'm pausing right now because I'm going to say this and I don't want to touch it again for the rest of this live stream. For all of my Caucasian brothers and sisters, I understand you, some of y'all who have that hate in your heart, think that these people will never, your people, will ever do the things that they do to black and brown folks. And I don't even really care about the brown part because I'm black and I'm going to focus on my own group. You don't think they'll do it to you, what they do to us. He said 2017. Did he say 2017, 2019, some shit like that? Hey, yo, regardless of the fact, we're in 2025. I want y'all to watch what the fuck they did to this white dude. That's why I don't cover videos of them violating black folks. Unless it's just super egregious, I want y'all to see what they do to white people. I want y'all to see what they do to their own folks. And they talk about black on black violence all the time. Watch what they do to white people. This man got a parking ticket and he wanted to go address the issue about the parking ticket. Look what they did to him.
From you guys over in North Side.
All right.
I was just curious on why.
What's it say on it?
It said I was too close to the curb or
Curb?
intersection.
Okay. Were you too close to the intersection?
No.
Well, I gave the tickets. You were.
Okay. I would have brought my tape measure out and showed you that I wasn't.
Sorry. You're more than welcome to.
I gave it back. So.
You can give it back. You're going to get a citation. Okay.
Well, I mean, why would I get a citation?
Because if you don't pay a parking ticket, then it turns into a citation.
No, not guilty.
No.
It's just her word against mine.
It is. You can talk to Lieutenant Kingston. He's the officer in charge.
Oh, he's in charge right now?
Nope.
Oh, well, then why'd you say he was in charge?
He is the officer in charge of this department, Lieutenant Kingston.
Okay. Well, he's not here right now,
Nope.
and I'm speaking to you, and
You are.
it's your discretion against anybody else's.
Hey,
There's a law,
listen.
not.
You can pull out the crime
You can't
code,
prove it.
the vehicle code.
You can't prove it. What's the code?
Then don't pay it.
What's the code?
Then don't pay it. You'll receive a citation.
What's the code?
Okay.
What's the code?
It's in the vehicle code. Look it up.
What? Go ahead. You're the officer that gave me the ticket. You
You're
cited
right,
me.
but
What
you
is
know
it?
what?
What is it?
It's your responsibility.
It is not my responsibility.
Yeah, it is.
You,
You got the
you're
ticket, didn't you?
to protect and
All right,
serve
well, you
me.
pay the ticket,
Go ahead
okay?
and I'm gonna go get my ticket back out of here. Is what I'm gonna do.
Good. You haven't taken over getting paid.
I'm not gonna pay. I'm gonna talk to Officer Kingston, and I'm gonna wonder why you're such an asshole.
It's all right, my man. Pay the ticket.
Not gonna happen, fuckhead.
Eventually, Magnifico gets involved The officer decided to arrest this man who was...
Now, I want y'all to remember, it's the same officer that shoved that young man to the ground because he said, fuck. Y'all remember that. Everybody pay attention. Y'all just heard the interaction. I didn't want to interrupt it. This is the same officer that shoved that young man to the ground for saying fuck. Watch how this plays out.
Exercising his free speech about this citation that he had been wrongly given.
What did you say, sir? Said it's not gonna happen. What did you call? What did you say? I said it's not gonna happen. What did you say to me out there? It's not gonna happen. Okay, what did you call me?
To make a difference.
It does make a difference. It's called disorderly conduct.
It's not disorderly conduct.
Okay, you want to try that again? It's not. All right, you can take that ticket. You're at this building. Okay, you want to carry it. Good. Take the ticket.
I'm not gonna. I asked him a question. That's it.
What makes you think you can talk to us like that?
Talk to you like what?
Mother effing him. Why do you think you can do that in a public street? You can't. It's against the law.
So nobody heard me.
You still can't do it in a public place.
Y'all heard what he just said, right? You can't say motherfucker in public. Who wrote that law? I wanna ask any American around here that knows their constitutional rights. Who in America said what law has been written? What Senate and Congress have passed a law that says you can't say motherfucker in goddamn public? Not nan, not none, not nobody, not ever, not now, not tomorrow, not Friday, not never. That has never happened. It sounds like this. Dave Chappelle, please take it away.
It's good to be alone for a minute in the confession room. Niggas is wildin'.
And that's for them white folks who like to say, I don't only call you a nigger because, you're acting ignorant. Niggers are ignorant. Well, guess what? You got a cop in uniform acting ignorant. He acting like a nigger, right? Ain't no fucking law ever been written. You cannot police my speech. You can to a certain extent, but I can call you a motherfucker all goddamn day long. And I be trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all should see the way I talk to these police. Y'all see the way I talk to them. You come up to me on some bullshit. Oh, I promise you, you're gonna catch everything. You're gonna be called everything but a child of God. Don't come to me with no bullshit. Now, if I did something wrong, okay, whatever. I'm still gonna call you everything but a child of God. If you on some fuck shit, if you acting outside of your parameters of what your job is. But you cannot police my speech, bro. You can't police what the fuck come out of my mouth as long as I don't say, hey man, I'm gonna fuck you up. You can get me there. You can get me there. If I turn around and say, hey, everybody jump this motherfucker that's trying to incite violence, you can get me there. But I say, you a bitch. You can't do nothing to me, man. Fuck you. You a motherfucker. You can't do nothing to me. But it seems like they want to, I guess, look, they magically turn into the feelings police. Like Grace said, ridiculous. It is. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But we have so many people in America that will sit here and will co-sign that. Like literally, this is what they be on.
What? Huh? Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking?
That's how they be. That's how they be. They just act like, what you talking about? What? They try to act so confused. Like they don't know what the fuck going on. And this be me in the back. This be me in the back, y'all. Here, I got another clip for you. This be me in the back.
I can't tell if he's serious, and that's very concerning.
That's how I be. I be having to watch him for a little bit. I'm like, man, I really don't know. Like, you kind of, we all both saw this, right? You know, and that's the stance you on. So I'm like, That's what type of time we on. This is what they really want to tell me, though.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad. You keep digging.
That's what they want everybody else. That's what they want everybody else to do, man. They want everybody else to shut the fuck up. As long as it ain't happening to them, they want us to shut the fuck up and keep going along with it. Because it ain't affecting them. But here go, watch this, y'all. Y'all think it's something right now. They done came out to this guy's truck after he done walked in. He had an issue with his ticket. He didn't think he deserved a ticket. He tried to talk to the officer. They gave it to him. So he went inside. Now they're back outside, y'all. They're back outside. And these motherfuckers done ran up on him. Matter of fact, let me rewind a little bit so y'all can see how they ran up on him.
Good. Hey, detective, I'm not gonna.
I asked him a question. That's it.
What makes you think you can talk to us like that?
Talk to you like what?
Mother effing him. Why do you think you can do that in a public street? You can't. It's against the law.
It ain't.
So nobody heard me.
You still can't do it. In a public place, you can't do it.
Nobody heard me.
It doesn't make a difference. You're on a public street. You
making up laws on the fly. Making up laws on the fly. And everybody cool with it. All y'all motherfucking cock sucking, dick sucking, boot licking ass motherfuckers cool with a cop trying to make up a law on the fly.
Problem is not
it's public, right?
Nothing, right? It's public, and you can't cuss and swear in public. It's against the law.
Well, he did.
Okay.
It's not against the law for him.
Okay.
It's not disorderly conduct for him.
He's an idiot.
From there,
great point. Your officer, your fellow coworker cussed in public. You trying to hem him up? No, you ain't trying to hem your coworker up for doing the exact same thing that I did. But you coming at me. That was a good comeback. And guess what? That didn't mean nothing to him. Know why? Because they didn't think nobody was watching.
Things escalated. Malcolm was not only taken down, but he was tased. And just like the other case, the worst thing about this one is that Magnifico can be heard on this recording threatening the individual with bodily harm in response to his exercise of his First Amendment rights.
What's that? What's that? What's that to my face, Barry? I'm standing right here. You think you're such a tough guy?
You're such
Why don't
a
you
tough
say it
guy.
to my face, huh? Why don't you make a move? Because
Why do
you
I
can't.
got to?
Because you get your ass
to.
kicked. That's
Yeah.
why. Because you're an idiot.
Hand behind your back. I'm telling you right now. I am. My hand's behind the back. My hand's behind my back. Stop. I'm not resisting arrest.
I don't care. You have never learned one thing in your life, have you?
For what?
You come down to a stupid parking ticket and you gotta act like an idiot. Turn around!
Look, the one thing I would always try to tell these people is could they just possibly do that? Watch what they do. Watch what they do, y'all.
Dude, I can't turn around. Turn around, right? My hands off my neck, dude. Telling you, turn around right now. Dude, turn around right now. Turning around. Turn around right now. Put your hands up. You're on the ground right now. Don't you fucking move. You understand me? Don't you fucking move. No, you're in for it. Okay? You want to fuck around? This is what happens. Okay? You done now? Put your hand out. Put your hand out. Can't breathe, man. I don't care.
I'm sure there's a whole lot more on this guy out there that I haven't had time to find. But check this out. Here's a video of Officer Magnifico telling...
Before he even get to the next video, y'all, remember, y'all, this is the same person that shoved that young man to the ground. And that video was from like 2017, 2019, one of the two. We in 2025. He was already doing that to citizens back then. Now, some people be like, it's a one-off. Oh, he just got frustrated one day. No, he's been doing that at the earliest, possibly 17 or 19. And other officers have been around. They've been around. And they ain't fucking correcting none of that shit. It only became an issue where Mr. Magnifico name got into the news because somebody posted it on social fucking media. Ain't no internal correction. Ain't no checks and balances. No, once the public find out that we fucking up, now we'll say something about it. And then we're not even gonna actually hold him accountable. We're gonna fucking try to make excuses for what he did. Because that's what the mayor did. That's what the mayor did. We heard the mayor's statement. But they talk about a few bad apples. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Somebody that he basically slow rolls it without lights to domestic violence calls because he wants them to beat the shit out of each other.
Hold on. Say that again. Hold on. What did he say?
Officer Fine. But check this out. Here's a video of Officer Magnifico telling somebody that he basically slow rolls it without lights to domestic violence calls because he wants them to beat the shit out of each other.
Because I want them to beat the shit out of each other and tire each other out. I said, that way, when I get there, all I gotta do is say, you're under arrest, you're under arrest. I said, when have you ever seen, I go, have you ever seen us run lights and sirens to a fight call? No. I said, and here's the thing, you know, you've never felt. If I get there right, you know, if you get there right away, and you got two people who still have a lot of energy in them, and you try breaking them up, I end up getting hit. When you step in between two people throwing punches.
Y'all to understand something that's going on right now. Y'all see his cop car where it is, right? I didn't pause the screen in between of his lights flashing. He parked in the middle of the goddamn street without his emergency lights on. Let you park in the middle of the street. I'm like, if he gonna do it, like we know cops can do it, your emergency lights need to be on, because when you turn your emergency lights on, that means your camera is recording. He ain't got his emergency lights on. He just parked in the middle of the street. And for all those people that think that, oh, well, if he does that, then it's just going to be a loud sound playing, they can turn the sound off. That's why you see a lot of cops in your local cities having their lights on and running red lights. And there ain't no sound playing. They can control the sound separately. It's hooked up on different wires. He's parked in the middle of the goddamn street, and he's sitting over here talking to somebody, talking about, yeah, I pull up late. I don't rush to when they talk about a DV situation. You know, I'll just wait and let them try to beat each other up, you know, get all their energy out. So when I get there and he says she did something and she says he did something, I just gonna take them both to jail. That's the same guy that pushed the kid on the ground. That's the same guy that grabbed a guy and arrested him because, you know, he questioned his ticket. Start it over again. Let him say it again, man. Let him say it again. But don't nobody give a fuck. Us Americans don't give a fuck.
Each other.
Because I want them to beat the shit out of each other and tire each other out. I said, that way, when I get there, all I gotta do is say, you're under arrest, you're under arrest. I said, when have you ever seen, I go, have you ever seen us run lights and sirens to a fight call? No. I said, and here's the thing, you know, you've never felt. If I get there right, you know, if you get there right away, and you got two people who still have a lot of energy in them, and you try breaking them up, I end up getting hit. You know, when you step in between two people throwing punches, you know, I mean, sometimes you gotta do it. I mean, sometimes, you know, there are guns and shit involved. We understand it, but I'm not following.
And just imagine all the footage that would exist if this guy had to wear a body cam the past 20 years. So what do you think about the discipline? 10 days off, basically. Some BS anger management class. Is that going to fix 20 years of this guy being a bully? Of course it's not going to. But should somebody be a police officer where they have demonstrated that they have zero respect for the Constitution? That if you engage in constitutionally protected free speech, that he will threaten violence and follow through with that violence, even where he's not in danger, where nobody else is in danger, but just to send a message, to hurt you. In my opinion, that is the absolutely last person who should ever have a badge. But let me know in a comment what you think. Remember, this original video that got this guy at least suspended for 10 days, it only went like 100 or 200,000 views. Imagine if you take this video and you send it into the millions. Will it still be a 10-day suspension? I bet it would not. So if you share my opinion, spread the footage far and wide, and let's see what happens. I'll update if I hear anything else, and you can follow along by subscribing both here and at the...
I don't need to hear all that, man. They need to subscribe over here. They need to subscribe over here, man. But I'm 100% behind 100% behind the civil rights lawyer. This was not his first instant of doing something that was unlawful. And once again, he is not being held liable to the same standard that we would as American citizens. Like that whole sovereign citizen shit, they're sovereign citizens. If you work for the government, you're a sovereign citizen. Like when I was in the Marines, I was a sovereign citizen. I get exceptions. When it comes to prosecution. But us now, me and you, average walking around motherfucking Joe Blows, oh hell no. We're held to a standard. And I think Americans should have a problem where the average citizen is held to a higher standard than the people that take their tax dollars to enforce them. I wonder when Americans are going to get pissed off. Because, you know, like before it was like white folks got pissed off about getting taxed by Europe. Really, the UK, Britain. They threw their tea in the goddamn ocean. They was like, fuck it, we'll go to war. We'll fuck your tea up. We don't care. But they don't have a problem with people taxing them every goddamn month, every goddamn paycheck, and then coming and getting extra money off of them on bullshit. You're speeding. You ain't got your seatbelt on. You had your phone in your hand. And some of this shit be bullshit ass lies. They don't care about them roughing you up over just you saying words back to them. They don't care. And it's your own people. Like people try to act like the government and people are completely different. No, there are people in the fucking government. It's just like when people say the world's fucked up. No, it's just the people. It's like the world ain't did nothing to nobody. The world has done nothing to anybody. The world can't punch you in the fucking face. But the people that are in the world are what makes the world fucked up. And it's these people that take our tax dollars every fucking day and do the things that they do. Little Steve CB said, thank you for your service, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the paycheck. Thank you for the paycheck. Because I wouldn't have did it without it. I promise you I wouldn't have did it without it. It would have had to lock me up in the brig on that one. But I really want people to open their eyes, man. Like, look, man, if you have people around you that are in a certain position and they're not doing what you need them to do, but they are taking your money without you consenting to it, because a lot of us didn't consent to a lot of the things that go on in this world. You at least better get something up out of it. And I hope what you're getting out of it is not that you see other people getting fucked up. I hope that's not what you get out of it. Because we have a lot of people in America that are like that. They swear up and down that they think that's never going to happen to me. That's happening to them. And the people that I'm talking about are the people that I covered tonight. They ain't do nothing to no black folks tonight. They didn't do nothing to no Asian folks tonight. They ain't do nothing to no Hispanics. They did that shit to white folks. But we know who the number one defenders of the police are. You wouldn't have to worry about the police if you didn't break the law. I heard that many a times. When you understand that there is there's an incentive. There's an incentive in every city, every state, every county to generate revenue, you'll understand why people move the way they move. Why these police move the way they move. I don't believe any officer should be sitting on the side of the road writing tickets to see if somebody's speeding. I don't believe that. Get traffic enforcement for that. Like, literally create an entire department for traffic enforcement. And they don't carry guns. You can give them a badge if they want to feel fancy. Give them a badge. I don't give a fuck. Give them a badge. They shouldn't have no guns. And people be like, what the fuck you mean by that? Cops always complain. Go watch interviews. And the sad part, I'm going to bring it up. Interviews with cops. I'm going to bring one up. Not tonight, because I got to get through my show. But I'm going to bring it up for the next Tuesday show. Cops always talk about the most dangerous situations that we're ever in is when we're at traffic stops. All right, so stop fucking doing it. Hand it off, create another department where the citizens know that it ain't somebody coming to their car with a gun. So if they want to run from you, they will run from you. You get their tag number, go find them later, write them a ticket. Write them a ticket, get your money. And if you need to send the cops later on to get them because they ran, go get them. But cops run up on dangerous situations all the time talking crazy. I covered a video the other day where a cop said his dude's tail light was out. He was riding in the Grand Marquis. Grand Marquis had graphics on the back of his window and everything. It's talking about, yeah, your tail light's out. They ran through all this shit. Searched his car, fucking ran his license, checked his insurance, all this woo stuff. And then finally, they were so stupid because we got this motherfucker. He a dummy. He's sitting in the back of his car. It's like, man, look, tell your buddy to step on the brake. Step on the brake in there and see if my light out. And my light ain't even out, but y'all done did all this shit. So you stopped me for some bullshit. You stopped me off of a lie. Nah, bro. Look, we got to get to the point in America where we hold people accountable, bro. We got to, man. We can't just keep saying, well, they got that position, so magically they just have no faults. Every man and every woman puts their pants on the same way. Every man and every woman has the ability and the capacity to lie, just like me and you do too. Just because you have a title does not make you holier than thou. Everybody has the ability to be deceptive and evil and lie. But we done got to the point now, it's like, well, that motherfucker's the president. That motherfucker's the mayor. That motherfucker's a goddamn police officer. That motherfucker's a principal or some shit. They can't lie. Fuck that thought process. Yes, they can. A pastor can lie just like a president can lie. Matter of fact, a president can lie the same way a goddamn crackhead can lie. Like, let's be real, man. Ain't no barriers in between what the fuck you can tell a lie on. We gotta break people out of this goddamn mindset, man. Like, we got to break, and I'm gonna try my best on this side to break people out of it. Just because you have a position, just because you have a title, just because you work in a certain city or whatever, that don't mean nothing, nigga. You have the capacity to do all the evil that anybody can do, and you have the capacity to do all the good that anybody could do. But I'm just not gonna take you carte blanche. It's like when a woman says some shit. Oh, he did this to me. Bitch, I'm gonna look at you and try to figure out if the motherfucker actually did it to you. Because guess what? You could lie. You could lie. And the guy could be like, oh, no, I ain't do none of that shit. He could be lying. We can't just, people just can't pick up the whole goddamn chest. It's like, man, I wish I could pick my dog up right now. I was like, hey, man, all my trust and everything, I'm giving to you. Here you go. All my trust. I'm not going to think no more. I'm not going to think no more. I'm not going to be a reasonable adult. I'm just going to pick up all my shit. And I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to trust you to fucking make decisions for me. That ain't what the fuck I signed up for. That is not what I signed up for. When we sign up for shit like that, we'll be right back in Afghanistan and Iraq. Like when I joined the military, fighting the war over a fucking lie because we just blindly trust somebody. Y'all know how many millions of Americans How many millions of fucking people lost their sons, lost their daughters over people just blindly trusting somebody? Blindly. Your children lost their lives. Your sons, your fathers, your daughters, your mothers. They lost their lives over people blindly fucking trusting somebody. Fuck that. I check every goddamn thing. And I want y'all to check me too. Check me. Because I want y'all to be able to be comfortable with checking other folks, man. Look, we cannot be blindly supporting nothing. Fuck that. We live in an age right now where technology is so vast and so broad. It's just so broad. Like, it's everywhere. Nobody can get around not seeing it. Well, we have so much information hitting us where it's like you really have to deep dive. Like, dude, I did a Google search today. Y'all gonna laugh at this shit. I want to ask it first. I want to ask this first. The blood that is in our body, the blood, and I cut myself. Y'all probably can't see. I cut myself earlier. I cut myself right here and shit. And that shit. I was leaking. What do y'all think that blood comes from? If somebody don't say in the body. In your body. Clearly it comes from inside my body. But what part of your body do you think that blood comes from? I didn't know this. I was having a conversation with somebody. And I think a lot of people in America need to learn how to, in the world, period, when it really comes down to it. But in America, especially because that's where I stay at, we need to start researching this. Y'all know where this blood comes from? The blood that's in our body? Our bones. It comes from our bone marrow. Didn't know it. And for y'all that didn't know it, you'd be like, yeah, this motherfucker's stupid. I didn't know it. I didn't fucking know it. I'm like, how the fuck this blood, this red blood seep through these bones and fluctuate throughout my body? I didn't know it came from my bone marrow. Didn't know it. But you know, motherfuckers take their time. Look, Steve said it. So Steve got it. Steve was on. Somebody got some medical training around here. Most average Americans would not know that. They would not know that. Somehow that blood and them red blood cells done seep through your bone and replenish your body. I'm leaking right now. My bone marrow gonna replace it. We need to really, man, look, we need to lock in, bro. We need to lock in. Especially at the time that we are right now, when you have so many avenues of information being put out and you can catch it from left, right, front, back, side, 360 degrees, you can get caught with information. You need to be very cognitive of researching and figuring out what the hell is actually real. What is actually real and what is just propaganda? Because when you believe in the propaganda, you have issues like this cop who's been fucking up citizens, fucking up children, and nobody's saying nothing. They gave this man a 10-day suspension and he assaulted a kid. I want you to assault a kid and see if you just get 10 days. Matter of fact, let's see if you get 10 days in jail. I bet you're going to get more than that. And I bet you're going to get a fine. And I bet you're going to have an assault fucking charge on your record. But he got a 10-day suspension. Go to anger management training. Like, I don't know how many of y'all going to sit here and keep taking disrespect to y'all face. Bruh, they taking your money. They taking your fucking money. Make the motherfuckers earn it. That's all I can be for. And I swear one day I don't want to be in that position, but one day I might run for public office. I might not be in your city. I might not be in your state, but one day I might run for public office because I ain't with the bullshit. Because one thing I truly believe in, and I know everybody that's in office right now don't believe in it. When it comes to the Senate, in the House, bitch, I believe in term limits. You can't sit in that bitch for your whole life. Fuck that. If a president can only serve for 8 years, You can only serve for 8 years. Get your ass in there. Do what the fuck you need to do. Then get your ass the fuck out. Get out. You're not gonna be no Elizabeth Warren, no Chuck Schumer, no Mitch McConnell. You ain't finna sit in there and have this be a career. No, bitch, you gonna get in and get the fuck out because we need new bodies coming in here. The country is fucking constantly changing. It's constantly changing. It's not what it was for you back in 1978, bitch. It's 2025 now. You gotta go. I don't want to see no more people dressing up with the cheeky goddamn shits and taking a knee, barely being able to take a knee. We need to hold these people accountable and hold them to task for what they're doing. They take our money. We're their boss. They don't run us. And I want Americans to truly understand it. They work for us, not the other way around. But so many of us had thinking that we ain't gotten to the mindset that the government works. We work for the government. Fuck that. We don't. But look, man, like, subscribe, share, turn the notice on, all that bag of chips. I gotta get the fuck out of here because I'm.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.